Hello, everybody. Today, I would like to welcome my very dear friend, Melissa. Melissa considers herself a citizen of the world as she has traveled far and wide, meeting new people and the ways of life. Her love of traveling came to her naturally, since her family is comprised of people from the Far East as well as the West. Her upbringing has helped her face life challenges ahead and to live a life full of adventure. My first question to you, Melissa, is what are you always thankful for?
I'm always thankful for, first of all, to have a roof over my head, just to have everything, all the luxury in life that, most people take for granted. I'm also thankful for being able to, have a loving family and great friends wherever I end up. And I love traveling. And so just being able to see the world and to be able to afford all these luxuries, I'm very, very thankful for that.
So, can you tell us how did you come to Alain? Like your story about you coming to Alain?
Well, I came to LA by chance, really. I ended up going to a conference, which most of us in my field of ESL teaching end up in. And they had a job fair, and I took the interview. And I never expected to come here, but I got an offer from the university, and I took it. So I'm here today.
Name a person you know who handles life's challenge with an enviable grace, and what can you learn from him or her?
Well, she has passed on, but I still count her as someone who's still living on today. Her spirit is super strong. But my grandmother, she was a very God-fearing lady, and at the same time, she had her morals in check. And my grandfather passed away when they were both in their 60s. So she lived on to be 103 years old. I just find that she lived as a strong woman, continuing to be the matriarch of the whole family, watching over each and every one of us. She played a huge role in my life, to see a strong woman like that, doing all the chores in the house, showing us what a respectful woman looks like, always teaching us what's right and what's wrong and how we should treat people. So I learned through watching her and observing her. And she died with grace as well. So her spirit lives on in me, I believe, and she had a very big impact on me.
Have you received a significant help in your life? When was it, and what did it mean to you?
Yeah. Well, I guess I would divide them up, because I've had many a times where I needed help, and I don't have a specific story per se, but I've been very lucky enough to be blessed that wherever I am, I've come to have great friends who have helped me along the way when I really needed it the most. And so I'm very grateful for that. But as a specific story, I don't really have that. But I do believe that the universe is on my side when it comes to times of need. Definitely.
Name 3 people who have had a profound impact on your life.
Well, I've already mentioned it already. but I tend to have a very strong matriarchal family members. So I would say my two grandmothers and my mother. Of course, I do think of my grandfather as well, but that's another story I guess I'll leave for another time. But yeah, these women definitely had a huge impact in my life, because everything that they do, they did it with so much confidence, and I just learn a lot from them. I learned so much from them growing up. My father was very busy working, so my mother would always have to kind of watch out for us, and she also had a part-time job. So just watching her and observing the way she was with us and with people around her, she was always kind and respectful. And my other grandmother, my mother's mother, was also a very strong woman. She also lost her husband in her 70s, so she did end up living with us. But she was always there for us. She gave us, monetary things if we needed it. She was always looking out for our best interest. She also recently passed away. But even after she passed away, we kind of were touched by how much she cared about us, with the things that she did leave for us. Yeah, she always thought of us first, and that's what made her so wonderful. And lastly, but not leastly, my other grandmother on my father's side, who also passed away, but I already mentioned her in my previous question, but all three of them just taught me to be who I am today, a strong woman who can depend on herself, yet still care for others. And that's a huge virtue, I believe. I mean, you can be a strong woman, but what's the point when you have no awareness around you, right? And just to be able to do things for myself, and also know when to ask for help.
Okay, so what do you like the best about Alain? You've been here for quite some time now, so what is your best memory in Alain?
Well, my goodness. Well, what I love about Alain is it is a smaller town. So in the beginning, I was quite, to be honest, bored. That is the honest truth. However, what I found about Alain is that because of its how small it is, you do become closer to people. So I find that in Alain, it is a place for community, for strong bonds. And so I have made some really great friends here. And this place has allowed me to kind of look within myself as well, and to figure out, what kind of hobbies that I enjoy doing. So it's kind of helped me to kind of build my own kind of personal life as well as my professional life here. So Alain, the memories for me are the people, the place where I built my career, and the place where I learned how to be who I am today.
Can you give us some examples of memories that you would wish to treasure and keep? Any memories, maybe your childhood, maybe yeah.
I have so many fond memories. First of all, I guess I didn't touch on that with the Alain question, but a lot of the memories that I have here is the hotels here are so extravagant. So being able to have these staycations, I will never forget those. And just the beautiful beaches here, being able to travel all over the world. I don't even know how many countries I've gone to, probably 50 or more that I've traveled to from here alone. One of my most memorable trips actually was in the Congo, when I got to see the silverback gorillas. Oh, wow. When I had that eye contact with that gorilla, it almost felt like my soul was in that gorilla. It was just the most amazing experience. They look so human, you know. But it was the most amazing experience that I've ever had in my life, really. And I've had so many experiences like that. So I treasure those experiences. I've always loved traveling. I always dreamt of traveling. When I was a kid, I used to dream about the Middle East as well. I loved the story about Aladdin. And so I did dream about kind of visiting the pyramids and seeing all these amazing places. And funny enough, one of the first places that I did end up visiting is Morocco, where they had these paints where they dye the leather, and that was featured in Aladdin. So I thought that was quite interesting, and my childhood dreams kind of came true in different trips, of course, but by coincidence. I never knew that existed in real life. So that was quite amazing experience. It smelled really bad, but it was an amazing experience.
Okay, so we've come to the end. So what advice would you like to give to the younger generation about life, about traveling? Because you've been to so many countries. Maybe a younger at the moment is, dreaming of traveling. So what advice would you like to give?
I would say stay smart. Even when you do travel, be careful. Have some common sense. Have integrity. But enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time abroad, because you learn so much more by traveling about life. You learn so much more about yourself as a person. So I highly recommend it. Just stay true to yourself, be kind to others, and just make sure that you have integrity. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for your valuable advice, and thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you, Queen.